Let's take a look at page 90 from chapter 4. This is a piece entitled Dance by Carl Czerny. Um, for those of you who don't know, Carl Czerny is widely considered the father of piano pedagogy. He was a student of Ludwig van Beethoven's, and he taught the great Franz Liszt as well as other great pianists, and dedicated his entire life to teaching. So this is what the piece sounds like. I'll play it as a demonstration. Okay, so the left hand obviously is made up of triads. So let's analyze the chords for this first. First off, let's determine our key signature. If we look at our key signature, we have just a single flat, so it indicates that we are likely in the key of F major, which we are. Okay, first chord FAC, well, that's a 1 chord. Still a 1 chord on the second bar, so I won't write anything down there. On the third bar, we have EGC, which is a 5 chord in first inversion. So that's a 5-6. I'll write that a little smaller since I do like to write the lead sheet symbols as well. I'll give myself some room. 5-6. Then it goes back to the 1 chord. So that first line is just 1-5-1, actually. 1-5-1. Really simple. If we look at the right hand, we can see that actually it's also a 1 chord in root position, outlining it. On the third measure, we'll see that we actually have the B flat, which means that we're actually dealing with a C, E, G, B flat chord, which is a 5-7. In first inversion, that of course will be 5-6-5, so I'll indicate that below as well. Next line, still a 1 chord. I'll write it here anyways. And then what happens? We're still on the 5 chord, but this time we are in second inversion, which means we're going to deal with a 5-4-3 and back to a 1. So look how simple those first two systems are. It's really just a 1-5-1, 1-5-1 with a slight variance in the inversion on the 5 chord. Let's continue. We have our 5-4-3 again, second inversion 5-7. Back to the 1 chord. Back to the 5-4-3. Second inversion 5 chord, back to the 1 chord. Then it's a 1 chord again, and then it goes to a 5-7, and then to a 1. This entire piece is just 1-5s and 1. That's all it is 1 and 5. Next, let's do the lead sheet symbols, because I like lead sheet symbols as well. And I'll do these in magenta. So a 1 chord in the key of F is just an F, like this. The 5-6-5 is a C7 over the bass note, which in this case is an E. So C7 over E, back to an F chord. Second system, F chord, and then we have the C7 again. This time it's over the bass note, which is G, C7 over G, and back to F. Continuing, C7 over G again, C7 over G, then back to F, C7 over G, back to F. And we have F, F, just a C7 because the bass note is a C, and back to F. And there are our lead sheet symbols. So far, so good. Let's talk finger numbers. Let's look at the finger numbers for the left hand. It's just 5-3-1 since it's just root position. So 5, 3, 1. Every time you have a 1 chord in this piece, left hand's going to play 5, 3, 1 every single time. So 5, 3, 1, 5, 3, 1. This is also 5, 3, 1 for the 5, 6, 5. The same as your cadence. So really simple. Let's try the first line left hand by itself. Here we go. Ready, and chord, 1, then 5, and back to 1. Feel free to do that a few times. Now let's talk about the second line. 1 chord again is 5, 3, 1. Let's take a look at the 5, 4, 3 chord. Here we're going to use the fingers 4, 2, 1. Fourth finger on G, second finger on B flat, thumb on C, like that. Notice that's still in the F pentachord position. So 4, 2, 1, you don't have to shift at all. 4, 2, 1. Practice this transition from the 5, 4, 3, 1. Get comfortable with that. I'm actually going to mark the cautionary accidental here, which is a B flat, just to make sure that I don't forget. Okay, cautionary accidentals, I'm a huge fan of. While we're at it, we could write it for the right hand. That also has a B flat there. So once you're comfortable with that, go ahead and put the first two lines together. 1 chord, 5, 6, 5, 1 chord, 1 chord, 1 chord, 5, 4, 3, 1 chord. Do that a few times, get comfortable with it. On measure 9, notice what happens. Again, we have the 5, 4, 3, same fingering. 4, 2, 1, then 5, 3, 1. And again, 4, 2, 1, 5, 3, 1. Again, we have the B flats. I'll mark those cautionary accidentals as well. Let's try this. 4, 2, 1, 5, 3, 1. 4, 2, 1, 5, 3, 1. Do that a few times. Let's take a look at the last line. 1 chord, 5, 3, 1, of course. On the root position 5, 7, this will also be 5, 3, 1. But now, look what you have to do. You have to actually shift down to C. Fifth finger down to C, third finger on E, thumb on B flat, and then ending on 1, 2 on the FA. So let's try just the last two bars. 5, 3, 1, 2, 1. In time. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Again. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you're comfortable with that, then try the entire last system. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, shift, down, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. And notice how I didn't hold this note. I did not hold this note very long. I went ahead and shifted, right? You want to shift early. Okay? No need to hold this for a long time. Once you play it, go ahead and shift down. As you get more adept, it'll take you less time to shift. You can hold the note for longer. So that's the left hand. Once you're comfortable, play through the left hand with me. 2, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 5, 6, 5. 1, 2, back to 1. 1, 2, 1, and 1, 2, 3, again. 1, 2, now 5, 4, 3. 1, 2, back to 1. 5, 4, 3. To the 1 chord. Back to 5, 4, 3. To the 1 chord. To the 1 chord. 2, 3, 1 chord. Shift down. 3, 4. 1, 2, back to 2, 1. 2, 3, 4. That's the left hand. When you can play it that comfortably, then continue with this video to the right hand. Okay. So to learn the right hand here, we're actually going to use the same strategy. We're going to play them as block chords. We're not even going to bother playing them as written quite yet. Okay? So we look at the beginning here. It's simply outlining a 1 chord. So we can use the same fingerings we could use. 5, 3, 1. 5, 3, 1. 1, 1. Just play that as a block chord. 1 chord. Second measure is the same thing. 5, 3, 1. And I'll write 5, 3, 1. Okay? Just like that. Really easy. Now as written. Ready, and 5, 3, 1, 1, 1. 5, 3, 1, Now with the counting. Ready, and 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Very simple. Look at the next measure here. We're going to be using the fingers 5, 4, 2, and there is a B flat here. 5, 4, 2. Play that as a block. G, B flat, C as a triad. Okay, so we have a 1 chord, then we have the 5 chord, and then back to the 1 chord like that. Okay? Once you're comfortable with that, it's going to be so much easier to play it. Now try this measure as written. Ready, and 5, 4, 2, 2, 2. Just like that. The last measure is back to a 1 chord, 3, 1, 5. Let's put those together. Here we go. 5, 4, 2, 2, 2, 3, 1, 5. Just like that. And then you can put the whole first line together with me. Ready, and 5, 3, 1, 1, 1. 5, 3, 1, 1, 1. 5, 4, 2, 2, 2, 3, 1, 5. Notice how I'm keeping these staccatos nice and short. They're missing a couple staccatos on the second bar, just didn't get printed, but those should also be staccato. Second line starts the same way, 5, 3, 1. 5, 3, 1, exactly the same. When you get to the next chord here, you could actually use the same finger if you wanted to, 5, 3, 1, 1, 1. Or you could use the fingering that I'm going to suggest, 4, 2, 1, 1, 1, like this. And you could either do 2, 4, 2 or 1, 3, 1, just shift back up to F position. Okay? Or 2, 4, 2. Both work just fine. And you could also do 5, 3, 1 if you wanted to. Play this as a chord, E, G, B flat, 1, 2, 4. Okay? And then it goes back to F, A, F. And I'm just doing 1, 3. Like that. So you'll have 1 and 2, 3, then back to F, A, F. Do those two measures a few times. Ready and play. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Once you're comfortable, do that entire system from bar 5. Here we go. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then we continue. Bar 9. 1, 2, 5. This is C major in first inversion, like that. The 5 chord. So if you're thinking about the cadence, that's your 5 chord, very easy. And then it goes to back to the 1 chord, so 5, 3, 1. It does it again, 1, 2, 5, the 5 chord, back to 5, 3, 1, the 1 chord. So it's just 5, 1, 5, 1. Try that as chords first, blocked, and then as written. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 3, 1, and again. 1, 2, 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 1. Get comfortable with that line. The last line, guess what, is identical in the right hand to the first line. Okay? Except for the last measure, which is going to be 1, 3, 1. Let's try the last line. Here we go. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 5, 4, 2, 2, 2, 1, 3, 1. Once you're comfortable there, get comfortable with the entire right hand. And then you can play it all with me. Right hand, here we go. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 5, 4, 2, 3, 4, 3. 1, 5, second line. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 4, 2, 1, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 5 chord. 1, 2, 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 1. And again. 1, 2, 5, 5, 5, 5, 3, 1. Last line. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4, 5, 4, 2, 2, 2, 1, 3, 1. Now you've learned it hands alone. Next, all we have to do is put it together. Okay? So to do this, it's actually pretty easy. On the very first line, first 2 bars is very simple. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Try that a few times to get comfortable with it. And then, when you've got that, try the last measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. When you get that, try the third measure. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Do that a few times. And then put the last 2 measures together. Here we go. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Do that a few times. When you're comfortable, put the whole line together. Here we go. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like that. Next comes the second line. First 2 measures exactly the same. Try the last measure. 1, 2, 3, 4. Very, very easy. Do that a few times. When you're comfortable with that, try the measure before it. Measure 7. Left hand's G, B flat, C. Feel that blocked position. Ready? And 1 and 2, 3, 4. Get comfortable with that sensation, then try the last 2 bars of that system. And 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Get comfortable with those 2 bars. When you are comfortable, try the whole line together. Here we go. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Just like that. Next, measure 9. Left hand, G, B flat, C. Right hand is the 5 chord position. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Get comfortable with that. Okay, then you can practice transitioning from 9 to 10, which is the same as 11 to 12. Ready? And 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Same thing. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which leaves us with the last line. The only difference is the last 2 bars. So let's try that. Bar 15, the second to last measure, left hand, C, E, G flat, B flat rather, right hand. Okay, try that measure. 1 and 2, 3, 4. Do that several times. And then try the last measure, left hand is 2, 1, F, A. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then try putting those 2 bars together when you're comfortable. Ready? And 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1. Again. And 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1. And now all the way through. And 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then try shifting from here. 2, 3, shift down. 1. And stop on that chord. So we're just doing bar 14 to the downbeat of bar 15. Here we go. Ready? And 1 and 2, shift down. And 1. When you're comfortable with that, try it to the end from there. Bar 14 and 1 and 2, shift down. And 5, 4, 2, 2, and then 1, 2, 3, 4. At that point, you're ready to play this whole piece with me. Okay? Here we go. Ready? And 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1 and shift, down, and 1 and 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.